Hello YouTube, welcome to Race Car Fabrication and Restoration. I'm Ronnie Humphrey as always. Thanks for joining me today. I've had a lot of requests through Facebook, through our vintage page and also my personal page on the story behind the 18 car, what it is, where it came from, and what's the deal, why are you working on it, etc. Well, we're going to spend a little time today and tell you about the car, so stay tuned. Okay, let's first start off with the bones, the chassis. It's a Ronnie Hopkins Engineering chassis. According to the serial number, it looks like it was built in June of 2002, and it looks like it's chassis number 1241, the best I can decipher from it, but it would be correct as far as 2002 for the body design. It was a school car that was wrecked in turn 4 at Texas Motor Speedway. During a driving school, and the car has been sitting for several months, and the school owner asked me if I would take a look at it while I was over there at Texas Motor Speedway last week on some business, and I went and looked at it, and I said, yeah, you know, this car can be fixed fairly easy, until we found out we wouldn't be able to find any body parts. So let me show you what we're talking about. Okay, we have a typical driving school car. They get driven a lot of miles on them. But as you can see, it's a J.J. Yelly car. I don't know the history of the car as far as it being real or not, but I mean, it was a cup car. And you see, it's got the instructor seat over there. Just basically same thing you always have, except it does have 2 seats in it. This particular school uses real race engines. This car has an 18-degree motor in it, and they have some cars that have SB2 motors in them. They use a push bar over there. They actually push them off to start them in second gear, and that way they don't have to worry about any burning up a clutch, because they do have racing clutches, racing transmissions, and full race motors in these particular cars at this school, and that gives a whole lot more excitement to driving the car. The issue we have is when the car got walled, I thought I'd be able to find the body pieces for it, but I couldn't. For those of you who are very sharp, you realize that this is a 700 nose or fascia, if you want. This is the wrong fascia for this particular car because of this right here. This is the original hood. When I couldn't find a hood for this car, we had to straighten out the original one. This thing was bent 90 degrees right here, and I'll show you some pictures of the damage here in a second. But we had to salvage this hood, and amazingly enough, we have spent hours on this hood, and it looks pretty daggum good, to be honest with you. But the difference in these noses and this fascia is this year would have had, the nose would have come up here. But as you see, we're having to go back and we're have to put in some filler pieces here. We've got to put a lot of body filler on here, and you know, to get our line. But everything is straight, lines up, and we have to come here and we'll close in this gap here with more body filler along here as well. I've still got to tweak the hood a little bit on this side. This gives you an idea of what we're having to fill in here. We're putting a hem around it like it's supposed to have, and this is real thick here on this edge here. But that's what we're dealing with right now as far as the body. We've got this left side done. The right side over here is still loose, but we'll get it done. We're having to take this down to the metal so we can weld it together and splice them together. To show you how much body work was on this car, this is one of the original fenders here. You can see how much body filler is here. You got just an 1/8 inch of metal there, of steel, and you got 3 or 4 times that much in body filler, and that's the way these cars were back then. I remember one of the guys telling me one time it took like 3 gallons of body filler or Bondo for each body that they put out. So we have a lot of filler work to do. We're going to still tweak this hood some, but we had to have the hood on here so we could determine where the nose went. The way they build these cars originally is, they put the roof on, you put the rear deck lid on, you put the hood on, you locate that, then everything else is determined by the location of those three items. So I came up with a real good idea. I was talking to Buddy, and I said, let's attach the hood to the nose piece once we got it in. Now, this came out from Mooresville, and actually one of the NASCAR haulers brought it in for me when they ran at Texas Motor Speedway last week. But we had them come in, and we attached this hood to the nose, and we cut everything free on the bottom, and then we actually attached the hood to the chassis to determine where the front end need to fall. And I know that's not very orthodox. There's some people who say, well, that ain't the right way to do it. Hey, we're just a bunch of dumb dirt track racers trying to get this car back going. And that was really the easiest way to do it. And it's turned out very, very good so far. So I'll give you a peek here up under the hood and show you what we got there. Okay, what we have here is a full race motor, 18-degree dry sump motor. Some cars run 2 barrels, some cars run 4 barrels out there. This particular car actually had a 2-barrel carburetor because it was being driven by the students. But I've got the radiator mounted, as you can see. The radiator mounts with 2 studs that go down. Matter of fact, here's the old piece off this old bumper. The radiator has 2 pins on the bottom that locates in these holes here. So I had to replace that with a piece of 3/4 inch tubing down there. I wanted to change the radiator mount just a little bit, so we got that done. But you can see where we spliced the frame down here, and it's all in the same plane now. And you can see where this old support was on the old nose was up here, so it's real close, but yet not close. It's just a little bit of both, but it will do. This is a workhorse car. This is not something that's going to go to the NASCAR Museum and Hall of Fame. This is a workhorse. This is allow people to go out and have some fun on the racetrack and get the experience. So it's my job to make this car drivable and make it look presentable. This is not a restoration back to how it was originally when it was raced. So you have to forgive me. We're doing the best we can with what we had. We could not find the parts. I gotta tell people we're just a bunch of dumb old dirt track racers here in Louisiana who enjoy messing with these old cup cars, and that's what we're trying to fix. I still have to build the air duct. I do have the old air duct over there, and so we're gonna be able to utilize that. So that's gonna be nice. But I'm gonna go back now and show you some of the pictures of the damage, of how bad it was, and let you look at that, and we'll be right back with you here in just a second. Well, I hope that gives you a little better understanding of what we're trying to accomplish here with this car. Again, this is not a beauty pageant contestant. This is a real race car that is solely intended to allow a race fan to come out of those grandstands and to fulfill a dream, get on the racetrack and run in a real race car, a 3,400-pound NASCAR stock car that has a real race motor, a real racing transmission, a real racing clutch, and get that feel of what it's like to go around the track at a high speed. Maybe not as fast as the normal cars do, but I guarantee it's a lot faster than what they go in a street car, and it's a lot of fun. So that's what we're going to get this car back so we can get back to work. We will do some more updates for you, and as we get it closer, get to the paint and body shop, and we will update you here in the next week or so. I want to give a shout out to JP Malone there in Mooresville. He is the one who had this nose and agreed to sell it to me. The fascia, the front fascia, and the bumper support and all. It's a really nice piece. I greatly appreciate him selling that to me. Then I also want to give a shout out to my buddy Tyler and the truck driver Troy there with the Rackley War team, Willie Allen Racing there out of Statesville area. They squeezed this nose in their truck and was able to get out here to me. I met them at a truck stop at 6 o'clock in the morning last week here in Shreveport, Louisiana, as they was on their way to Texas Motor Speedway for the truck race last Friday night. So that saved me a trip to Charlotte, and I'm greatly appreciative of that. But stay tuned. We'll give you an update as we get the car closer to paint and body. It's going to be pretty interesting. I'm anxious to see the final product when we get it done. Like I say, it's not perfect, but we did the absolute best we could, and just with the parts we had. So hopefully we'll get it back on the track and give someone some fun. That's what we want to do. Appreciate you guys watching as always. Don't forget to hit that like button and that subscribe button. We'll see you next time on Race Car Fabrication and Restoration. God bless you. You take care.